Sadly, it's back to Groomerville. In Chicago, hundreds of teachers raped, sexually assaulted, students groomed.
Fuck.
Just last year alone. Surprised? Never say that Satan doesn't take a holiday. I'm Jasper Gonzo, and this is What's Next. What's up, everyone? Jasper Gonzo here. What's next? Hope you guys are doing well today. Again, it's the story that will not die. Because to these people, they can't let it die. They have to keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. And sadly, it's back to Groomerville. We go out to Chicago, where report is that hundreds of teachers were raped, sexually assaulted, and kids groomed over 2022. And of course, Mayor Lori Lightfoot, I hear nothing, I see nothing, I speak nothing. Surprised? I'm not. Let's take a look. This comes out of Breitbart. Hundreds of teachers raped, sexually assaulted, groomed students in 2022. Hundreds of teachers in Chicago public school system raped, assaulted, and students groomed last year, according to a report released by the Chicago Public Schools Office of Inspector General. This is coming out of them. This is coming out of Chicago. This is not coming out of a reported website. In 21-22 school year, saw 772 investigations into teachers for allegedly raping, sexually assaulting, and grooming students. Now, it may sound like that teachers were being raped. No. Students were reportedly being raped. The office was able to close 600 adult-on-student cases in the past year and substantiate more than half of the allegations. They were able to confirm over half that amount. I think it's more. Despite that, only 16 of the cases have resulted in charges. Wow. 16 out of 600 led to charges being filed. Pathetic. The office, some cases involve taking trips to Vegas, Ibiza, London, and the Bahamas. So on Chicago's money, on city money, on state-funded money, they took trips. Lovely. Oh, wait a minute. Vegas, London, Bahamas. Where's Epstein Island? Just for the record. While the majority of the cases involved high school students, some involved children as young as 4th grade. One Chicago teacher groomed and sexually assaulted a 17-year-old student on 3 separate occasions. Yeah, because there's nothing rapey about that. She began to think of him as her friend and therapist, according to the student. The teacher touched and groped with the student while hugging her, touching her thighs and buttocks under the pretext of removing lint from her clothing. Yeah, that's what it is. Hey, let me get that for you. Those allegations were corroborated, but while the teacher was charged with multiple counts of sexual assault, he was acquitted in November. He is currently battling his termination with the Illinois State Board of Education. A junior ROTC staffer reportedly had sex with a female student from the ages of 16 and 17 years old and would buy her alcohol. He also asked her to buy him marijuana from other students. Yeah, you know what? You scratch my back, I kiss your ass. Some text between staff members and students were highly sexual, including, "I'm ready to F you right now. I'm not going to be gentle either." The staff member also threatened to kill the student and her family if she told anyone about the relationship. Yeah, that's nice. Yet another incident involved a teacher asking another incident involving a teacher asking a 4th grade student why her lips were chapped, and then stated that the student's lips were chapped because she was doing something with body parts. One gym teacher exposed himself to a sophomore girl and sent a different 15-year-old student photos and videos of himself, yes, the infamous dick pics, of himself masturbating and engaging in other sexual acts. Gee, I wonder if butt plugs were involved. An elementary school teacher sexually touched a male student over the course of several years from 11 to 14. That teacher spent a night in a student's bedroom having sex with the student. Wow, they're just covering everything. As Breitbart News reported, the Biden administration attempted to end the Trump-era reporting on requirements for teachers who sexually assaulted students. Such a proposal would not have seen only the 16 allegations of criminal charges included in national numbers, not the full 772. It would have also been easier for school districts to continue to pass the trash, relocating predator teachers without disclosing their conduct to the new district, according to former Education Secretary Betsy DeVos. Why should it surprise anyone? At this point, why should this surprise anyone? With everything that went on in 2022 and 2021 and 20, the whole Groomerville situation. And everybody likes to concentrate on what happened in Florida with DeSantis and, of course, the Parental Rights Act, the so-called Don't Say Gay bill, which, of course, never did. It was about giving parents more protections and more power in regards to how their students are taught and what their students are being taught. But sadly, from Florida to Maine to California to everywhere in between, even the most conservative schools, situations like this go on. Maybe to not this degree because it's Chicago, because everybody thinks of Chicago as a wonderful, the windy city, where they're setting records on murders and rapes every single year. And of course, here we are with this 772 cases. Had it not been for the Trump era provision to disclose this information, dementia would have shut it down and we would only know of the 16 charges. Wow. Just wow. And I'm sure this is an ongoing situation because it's groomers and it's going to continue unless parents wake the fuck up and go into their students' classrooms. And if you have to, sit there. If you have to, grill the teacher, grill the principal, grill the superintendent, do what you need to do to make sure your kids are not going to be statistics like this 772. And I'm sure there's more. It's just right now, it's probably ongoing investigations and undisclosed at the moment, but you get the gist. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Bargonzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. And we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.